Buddy Jason from MechHead Studios. If you've paid attention to the Facebook page and also to a couple pages I follow, like Starship Modeler on Facebook, you've seen these ships. These are my Covenant fleet. I picked this up from my friend Greg. He's basically got out of the game, offered me an insane deal on the Covenant fleet from the starter box, so I picked them up. Once again, thanks, Greg. Love them. So I showed these off at my LGS. If you don't know what an LGS is, it's your local game shop. Okay. New term going around, I guess. I don't know, but I like it. So anyway, this is my Covenant fleet. What I did was I decided I want to go with my own color scheme because they're my models, and you know what's the fun of model painting if you don't paint it the way you want it? You don't have to follow a book. You don't have to follow a video game. So just to show them off real quick on video, so you can get the lighting effect. I'm hoping it picks it up really well. So yeah, as you can see, the whole fleet's like this. I just have these three base plates to show for now because they all can't fit on top of this box. And of course the heavy cruiser. You see the color scheme went there. It is super shiny. Somebody commented on that at my LGS, and I was like, you know, they're my models. I'm gonna paint them the way I want. I'm not going to go with the engine glows or any of the glowing parts like some people have over here, or as you can see, like on the box. You know, I just didn't want to do it. Didn't do an engine glow effect on the rear because I bought these already pre-assembled. So I didn't have time to bore them out. Let me just be honest. I didn't have the patience. I wanted to paint these suckers quick. On the Ensign edition I just received, I probably will bore out the engines so I can make a nicer engine. Probably do an engine glow. I'm just not going to go with it up here on these parts. I like it the way it is. A lot of my friends like it. Okay, so you know, you're probably wondering, how did I get this effect going? Well, I needed an airbrush. Let me just be perfectly blunt and honest about that. You need an airbrush. So the first thing you do is you have to primer it. I primered with Rust-Oleum flat white primer, 2 coats. I use Rust-Oleum because of the area I live in. I tried Krylon. It just doesn't work for me because of the humidity and other, you know, elemental factors here. It just doesn't work. Okay? But, you know, use whatever you use because you know what works in your area and what works for you. Okay, so after the primer, I'm going to show you exactly what I used. Okay, so we've got the Vallejo, and it's not showing up right. Vallejo Metal Color Burnt Iron. This was the first layer done. 2 coats, real quick, all over the place. Key to this is allowed to dry for an hour and a half at minimum between coats. If you don't do this, it's gonna get really messy. It's not gonna look right. So yeah, an hour and a half between coats of these if you decide to do 2 coats. To be honest with you, 1 coat was plenty. Okay, so we'll put that one there. Oh wow, now it looks good. Okay, so the second coat wasn't really a coat. It was just highlights. And I use, again, Vallejo acrylic steel. Just real quick, really light. That's all I use, Vallejo acrylic steel. And I'm missing one. There it is. For highlights, Duraluminum. This is a bright, shiny silver. It's almost like a chrome color, just like this here. These colors are well worth it if you can get them. Again, I just hit the highlighted areas I want to do on there. All this with the airbrush, and they're looking really, really nice. But again, an hour and a half between coats of anything you do with these. Otherwise, everything else will be screwed up. Okay, so to get this beautiful purple effect, I didn't use purple at all. Badger, Minotaur, Magenta. I cannot recommend these ghost tints highly enough. Okay, these things are beautiful. As you can see, you know, just gorgeous. Now this combined with that, you get that nice metallic shiny look. These are not varnished yet. Let me make that perfectly clear. This is just straight paint. Okay. So I did this. 2 layers of this. With these Minotaurs, depending on humidity, you want to allow at least 2 hours between coats. Because this stuff is just like water. I mean, literally, it's just like water. So if you put too much on, it's going to collect somewhere and it's going to look runny and you're going to be pissed off. Don't get pissed off. Allow 2 hours minimum. Then you let it dry. Okay. So let's get this. Again, some people are like, oh, it's purple. It's not purple. Didn't use purple at all. Badger Minotaur. Ghost Tint Blue. That's it. Selected areas. Some places I want it more, depending on the ship. As you can see here, I want it more on this one. On this one, very selective. Mostly towards the rear, a little bit towards the front. On the bottom side, it's a little heavier, but that's because of the color scheme I decided to go with. When I applied this one specifically, I used 5 psi on my compressor, just to get a really light mist and have a little bit more control over it. And I was very pleasantly pleased with the results, and results were gorgeous. So yeah, I would definitely pick these up. If you get a chance, get the whole set. It's well worth it. Honestly, it's well worth it. I can't recommend them enough. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful when it comes to models. I have several other models I've used with this. And I've got all the colors. I just don't have them on hand right now for this video. But yeah, can't recommend these enough. But yeah, for any modeling, really, if you want bright color, I would recommend using a base color of the Vallejo Metal Color Duraluminum. There's your code number. Then using the ghost tints, and you'll get a shiny color like this. Just absolutely gorgeous. I probably will varnish these at some point just to protect them. I don't think I'll need to, though. Because like I said, you're going from this color to that color. This color, that color. This color, that color. You get the point. Alright guys, hope you liked it. Got to show off some models finally. Yay! Alright, have a good one.